Maxx Crosby, he's going to come in at the end, punch it out.
Mahomes is sacked by Crosby, his second of the game.
Mad Max. All right, y'all, what is up? Welcome back to our huddle. This is The Rush with the one and only Maxx Crosby. I'm your co-host, Brogan Roback, and we got our two boys that we love with our whole hearts, DT, Creel, in the studio with us. We welcome you guys back. Before we get ahead of ourselves, like, subscribe, comment down below. We appreciate you guys. The journey wouldn't be the journey if it was without you. So thank you. You're pushing us along further and further. Blessed to have you on the journey with us. So keep commenting. We have great questions weekly. The boy, Max, will answer them personally. And we'll also be announcing our winners to our jersey giveaway. Two times today. So keep watching. Don't turn it off. Tune in, really lock in, and we got something special cooking for you guys. So it is November 20th, I believe, Week 11. The Raiders took on the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium. Miami, beautiful Miami. Final score 20-13. Dolphins came on top. We got the boy Mad Max here. 6 tackles, 1 sack, TFL, a pass deflection, 2 QB hits. Pretty much just reading off a stat line that seems to be every single week, just completely disrupting the game. More importantly, harassing your favorite quarterback. So, Max, I'm going to kick it over to you, brother. Just some thoughts on the game. We appreciate you getting on and showing some love to the fans after a long flight.
No doubt. Today was, I feel like, regardless of the outcome, was a big step in the right direction. Getting in the locker room after the game, typically, in these last couple seasons after a loss like that, it was, everyone's down, everyone's, it was bad vibes overall. So today it was a complete opposite. Everybody was more disappointed that we didn't capitalize when we had our opportunities. Overall, I feel like we did enough to go win that game. But defensively, they had yardage. They gained a lot of yards. They did a lot of quick game, a lot of, throw it out in the flat, a lot of things. But overall, having 3 turnovers, when they had to pass the ball, we got good pressure on Tua. And, it's just tough. It's a tough loss. But at the end of the day, everybody was in the locker room. Everyone's got even closer. And, I feel like this is going to be a big step in the right direction, leading into KC week.
Yeah, people talk like they don't like to say moral victories. I know people trend and tend to, walk that line lightly. But with you guys, I think I even saw Hunter Renfrow say something after the game that this isn't like last year or any other time in the past. There are positives to take from it. Normally a team can derail from a loss like this, but you guys are still in the hunt, right? You guys are still chasing your dreams. There's a lot of aspirations that can still be obtainable. Is that something new with you guys that you just have seen with the locker room, with your teammates? Is it something AP's brought with you guys? But how come you guys can take things to learn from in a positive light this week that you haven't been able to do in the past?
Yeah, I feel like just AP, it starts with AP, being a head coach now. He just leads in a way that makes you want to go out there and perform at your best. And when you have a guy like that who understands us, knows what we go through, it's really cool and special. So in the locker room, it wasn't, all right, we're, all a bunch of sad faces and AP being upset. It was the complete opposite. We all looked at each other. We're like, we're this close. Like we going on the road, a tough team, the number 1 offense, in the league, technically, statistically. So yeah, there was a lot of things we could have done better, but at the end of the day, we kept fighting. We traveled all the way across the country and held, the Dolphins to 20 points in their crib. And like offensively, there's a couple little plays that, we could have made and, everybody addressed them and everybody, wanted to make those plays for each other. And like, you could just see everybody getting closer and closer and, doing things together. And it wasn't like a sad ass plane ride back. Like everybody was talking to each other, standing up, talking, doing our thing. And like, it just, I feel like I said before, it's just a step in the right direction. There's no such thing as moral victories, just wins and losses, as simple as that. Shout out to Meek Mill. But at the end of the day, we know where we're going. And this is just a bump in the road. We got to keep moving forward and stay together. And I feel like, we can go out there and beat anybody.
Yeah. And right direction is definitely what you guys are doing. And I know game balls normally go for wins, but I'm going to give a game ball. The Rush, we always give a game ball. And a unit that is trending in the right direction is you guys. The defensive side of the ball, man, we talked about it last week. You guys went toe-to-toe, obviously, with the Jets. A great defense, and you guys proved yourself. Now you go out there against the number one ranked in the NFL offense, that is, with the Dolphins. And Tua, and they got a lot of talent. Tyreek, mutant. For you guys, game ball is going to go to you guys. Can you just talk about continuously? Pat Graham has you guys playing at an all-time high. He's known for this. I mean, he did it with the Giants, I think, last year or whenever he did come a couple years ago. Yeah. So offenses have been struggling for teams that he's been on. Not saying you guys are, but he has the defense cooking. You guys are doing it again. What's working for you guys? What do you guys have? What do you guys hanging your hat on, so to speak, moving forward?
It's like I talked about, like that feeling in the locker room where everyone's getting closer. Like that's how we feel as a defense. Like everybody's super close, and we trust the guy next to us. And you just see our D line. It starts up front. He talks about it. It's the O line and then the D line. Like it starts up front, regardless of whatever. What if you're playing in middle school, you got a dominant O line and D line, you're gonna have a chance to win. And like it really starts with us, and we take that really seriously. And our group, starts with us, and then you got guys like Spillane and Diablo and Luke Masterson, going out there getting a freaking forced fumble right out the gate. And then you got the DBs that are just tight knit. We got a bunch of different group of guys that are from all different places. But the D line, we call ourselves the misfits, and we're from all different type of regimes and backgrounds and all different type of things, but we're all staying together and we all got our own personal stories. So we're really feeding off that. And just as a defense, man, the communication is incredible. We were on the plane. We're like, listen, we could be even better. And like, there's a couple plays, like we had a couple penalties, a couple things like that could have, changed the game. And it just shows that we're going in the right direction. And right now, especially this time of the year, November, December, that's when the trenches come alive. And if you're dominant in the trenches, you're going to have a really good chance to win. So I know this defense is going the right direction, and we're cooking. And, Pat Graham, it starts with him calling the plays, doing his thing. And, he was obviously upset after the game, but I told him, like, I had to, like, cut him off. He's like, I could have been better. I'm like, Coach, listen, we all know that. We all could be better. I could be better, everybody, but we know where we're going. It's over with. It's done. We got to go play KC and go beat them. And that's what the plan is. So we're definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, you guys have been holding your own there on the defense side of the ball. So obviously diving into the game, the perception has been that the offense needs to find its footing, so to speak, right? So you guys go out there. The offense ends up scoring a field goal early from a turnover that you guys created. I believe, what's his name? Masterson. Thank you. He forced the fumble. You guys go down and get a field goal out of it. And then from that point on, Miami goes down and scores on a 75-yard drive or touchdown, resulting in a touchdown, I should say. But for you, the offense goes back out, fires to Devontae, start cooking, right? Yeah. So getting him involved early, he ends up just big boy in that dude right on top of his head, pretty much, essentially. Great ball from Farva, our personal favorite. How did that help you guys? Going 2 for 2 in a drive, scoring points from a defensive mindset. Does it help with the offense going out there and performing that well early? Does it free you guys up on the defensive end where you can just pin your ears back?
Yeah, no doubt. We kind of, football is complimentary. Everybody says complimentary football, that's how you win. It's cliche, but it's the truth. When your offense is cooking, it gives the defense, more predictable situations. So we knew, it's almost the same story every single week. They're going to try to get the ball out quick, try to get the run game going. They're sending the heat at me, and just trying to get their quarterbacks rolling. And for us, it's our job to stop them. So you got to give a big credit to the guys. Like, regardless if the ball's coming out, you got to get our hands on the ball. I think we had two batted balls in the first half, and just made them uncomfortable. At the end of the day, like, they're a really good offense. They got crazy talent. Like Tyreek, like you said, he's a mutant. Like we were talking about on the plane. Like, I've never seen a human move like that. Like, I literally in my life, like, it's not even. It's like a video game. And for us, it's just
what
it's
makes
about
him so good though. Just like the way he moves out there, his speed. Like Devontae, he's a route running god, right? But what Tyreek, he makes everyone look like kids.
He's just as fast as he is quick. And he's the fastest fucking dude in the league. So when you're just as quick, it's just a scary, scary combination. You could, send double teams and things like that, but regardless, they're going to find ways. And that's a credit to Mike McDaniel too. Like he puts them at like an off wide position and motion them and do all these different things to try to get him open. And, a guy like that, you're trying to get the ball in his hands at all times. And I got so much respect for him. We were chopping it up during the game here and there, but me and Tyreek go way back. He's one of the most, one of the best players pound for pound in the National Football League. So I got a ton of respect 100%. For him. And every time I get to see, get to compete against him, it's always fun for sure.
He could be the best. He could be the best player in the NFL right now. Honestly, just the way he's playing and the numbers he's putting up is ridiculous.
That man caught the ball right before he secured the ball. He was already spinning to break the 2 tackles when he busted that first long pass. That man is and he's what 160.
He's little, bro.
No,
he's little.
Like 190, bro.
Yeah, he might be 180, 185, I would say, but he's got a different gear than anybody I've ever seen.
Fast.
Yeah, it's different, bro.
He's like playing it literally. It's like recess out there, and he's just fooling around on everybody. Like there's no. I don't know if that had something to do with him being with the Chiefs, but you see the Kelsey do it. It's like they almost don't run routes; they just run to the open spot of the defense, like the weak parts of the defensive zone or whatever it may be, and they just have great football IQ. I think that gets unnoticed with guys like that. They just think their talent takes over, but he truly knows where to get the ball, where are the soft spots in the defense, and honestly, they do a lot of, as you know, Max, but throw those quick screens. They just get the ball out like extended run plays and just let them be great, where I thought you did a good job of today is putting your hand up, disrupting. I think they try to throw that now screen out to one of the receivers. I don't know who, but you got your hand on it, pass deflection, just kind of slowing them down in their process is what I saw from you guys a lot today. Very disruptive. Yeah, no doubt. That was the game plan. We knew, Tua gets rid of the ball faster than anybody in the league. So as a front, it's an ultimate challenge. But you got to get them in situations where you can actually pin your ears back and go. And that starts with stopping the run, batting balls down on early downs, things like that, because they're going to do RPOs. It's like basically they're like run plays. They're just going to throw it out in the flat and just let their little quick guys get 4 or 5 yards every time. So you just got to find a way to disrupt it and slow it down. And I feel like, like you said, we did a pretty damn good job of it. So, yeah, we're definitely moving in the right direction.
Absolutely. And then Matt, with Tua, the first time playing a lefty, how's that? Does something change for you schematically and how you attack that? Being now the QB's blind side, when typically the QB can kind of face you frontal and have that vision, whereas now his back's to you. What would you game plan wise going into that?
Big lefty slinger.
Yeah, he's a lefty. I think is he the only lefty in the league right now?
I was going to say that, but I didn't want to, be wrong and have to go back on my words. But I'm pretty positive he's the only lefty.
Yeah, I think he is. I think he's the only lefty. He's got to be.
Is that weird for you guys, like knowing where he's going to throw the ball? I know the blind side changes.
Comes out different, right?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit different. Majority of the time, I'm typically on the left. So, yeah, I get more opportunities with him not facing me. So, yeah, it was a little bit different. But he just – he's not a big dude. And I was messing with him on the field. When I batted the ball, I'm like, you're too short. You're too short. And he's like, I've heard that before. And I'm like, fuck you. I was like, he's like, original. I'm like, I don't care. I was like, you're too small. And he was laughing. But, yeah, bro, he gets rid of the ball real fast. He has a quick release. And I was there numerous times right before he got rid of the ball. So he's just one of those guys that he's smart. He knows where he's going with the ball. And I think just having McDaniel in his ear before every single play helps as well. And they just got a good dynamic, and you have two guys like Tyreek and Waddle that can just fly. And then Robbie Anderson, Chosen. He has a new name.
He's so skinny, dude.
He's rail thin, but he could fly as well. And their running backs are running 4.3s as well. So they have literally a track team. So
team of great
teams like that, you got to really be, out physical them from, start to finish.
That's a true Florida team.
Yeah. They are, Darian. That's a good point. Are they? Would you say that they're like their offensive scheme is similar to the Niners at all? Just because he comes from that tree, do you see a lot of similarities in that? I mean, that's a divisional opponent. Is there something you guys preparation wise can take from the Niners and be like, all right, they're going to do a lot of similarities here and there?
Yeah, no doubt. He's like I said, he comes from the Shanahan tree. They definitely throw the ball a lot more than the Niners. They, like I said, like their pass game is an extension of their run game. So it's like they try to keep you on their toes. They try to do a lot of window dressing and motions and things to try to get your eyes all fucked up. But when it comes to like their run game, like their scheme wise, like with fullbacks coming in, motioning, chipping, cutting the backside, like things like that. That's what the Niners do. So it's like it's definitely a little bit different. Like McDaniel like gives his little his own spice to it, but yeah, it's similar in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
All right, now my question for you is: there's always a lot of hype for Mike McDaniel, right? With his creativeness, he's a very outside of the box or out of the box thinker when he's drafting up his offense. Is that something that you noticed today, or anything specific? You touched on the motions, you touched on their schemes, right? They're going to pull two to replace it with two others, far more than any other teams do, right? Talk about that a little bit, and then also a follow up to that is: do you think that's the future of the NFL? Are you going to start seeing more of this Shanahan tree expanding and being status quo here in the league?
With his scheme, he tries to make it as difficult as he possibly can. His thing is like, we want the defense to defend every blade of grass. So like people are flying, you get deep routes underneath, and he has so much speed that he can do it every single play. So it's the run and pass game. Mostert and the other guy, how do you pronounce it? Hn. They both run 4.3s, 4.2s as well. So like they're trying to get on the perimeter. They're trying to just attack you in every single way. So for me, I definitely think that Shanahan tree is, elite when it comes to calling plays. Yeah. So I would not be surprised if you see more and more of that, type of play, because, it lets the quarterback not have to do all the thinking. And Shanahan talks about it. Like he talks about, we want, this is what we're looking in this scheme. Boom, throw the slant. In this, throw the out route. So if you are on the same page with your quarterback and he's able to make those throws, it just makes it super difficult for the defense, and especially up front. Like if you're going against a dominant front, it's super hard. You can win pass rushes and get there and be close, but if you're getting rid of the ball in 2 point, I think it's 2 point. I don't know what you got to look that up, but it's like 2.8 seconds or 2.2, like something ridiculously low. I know it's number one in the league. So if they're doing stuff like that all the time, you can win a lot of pass rushes, but they're still getting rid of it. So it protects your quarterback, and then on top of it, it's super dynamic and it works. So I got so much respect for him. We chopped it up after the game. I heard somebody sent me some clips during the week when he was talking about me leading up to the game, and I got to go up to him after. I made sure I went and seen him, and he was like, man, I've never played against you. He's like, I've never coached against you, and he's just like, you're just a different player, man. And he had a lot of good things to say, but a guy like that, like I respect the shit out of him, and you just feel like the players love him. You know what I mean? He's a different cat, but you could tell those guys are playing for him, and that locker room's definitely close. And I'm not surprised that they're doing well, because you got a coach like that, a player's coach that is insane, offensive mind. Yeah. And, it's going to lead to success.
I think he separates himself, obviously his philosophy on the offense side of the ball, but just his communication, like the way he communicates with Tua, he's elevated Tua's play. You talked about it, the scheme of the offense. They eliminate like the progressions being so thorough, like here's your read 1, 2, get down to your back. They do a really good job of that. For you, Max, everyone wants to know, in the locker room, everyone stands strong. But for your guys' offense, what is the message you as a defense are telling your offense moving forward? Obviously not outing that they wanted today, but hey, Miami also plays defense too. They got guys who get paid to play ball on that side of the ball too. So granted, they're going to make plays and make it hard for your offense as well. But what's the message from the defense side of the ball to the offense moving forward, and how can we get the ball rolling with them?
Yeah, AP talks about it, being being a great team and being on the same page. We got to have guys from the defense go and talk to the offense during practice and vice versa. So that's something he pushes a lot. And that's really our message, is just keeping everybody up. There's at the end of the day, like, we had the ball driving, with a chance to go tie or, go for two and win the game right at the end on the road against a really talented defense. I mean, if you just look at their DBs, like, you got X, you got Jalen Ramsey, you got Javon Holland, like, they have
Dogs.
ballers all over the field. And then their front seven's arguably one of the most, deep front sevens in the league. So it's an ultimate challenge. And, like, for Farva, Aiden, he, it's his fourth start. So it's a learning curve. It's the National Football League, and quarterback, Brogan, best, like, it's the hardest position to play in the NFL. So, for
Any
him,
sport.
there's going to be growing pains, but yeah, literally damn near any sport. No, I agree. But it's a learning process, and it's for him, you see him getting better. You see him making, great plays. There's going to be some plays you want back, but we fully believe in Aiden. We're 100% behind him, and for him, he holds himself to a really high standard. So, we're fully backing him, and we believe in him, 100%.
Yeah, you talk about Aiden Farva, fan favorite here in the Rush. But one thing that I saw in the game, when it came down to crunch time, they needed to go make a play, is you went over and you talked to him. Can you tell the people a little bit what was your message? Because I was going to bring this up last episode, but one thing I remember when we played ball all the time, I loved it. It was when I'd come to the sidelines, or you guys would come off the field and we're getting ready to take the field. You'd look at me like, let's fucking go. Like, go get some points on the board. Like, and then when the offense starts cooking, you have that confidence. You have that belief inside your team. Like, okay, I'm going to go do this for them. And when the offense starts cooking, you'll probably remember, Max, I come to the sidelines like, just get the ball. Just get a stop, and I promise you I will fucking score. Like, when you see that starting to come around, like, Aiden's going to start getting that confidence and talking from, offense side of the ball to the defensive guys and saying, I'm going to go make a play for you. What was your message like to him? And honestly, I just love that you were talking to him, because that just is so nostalgic for me. And I remember it just like it was yesterday, just those conversations with you on the sidelines.
Yeah, 100%. In his position, like I talked about, it's his fourth start. He's had ups and downs, on the day. He's, made some great throws. He had a couple that, he wanted back. And at the end of the day, you got a fucking another chance to go down there and help us win the game. And my message to him was like, fuck whatever happened in the beginning. Fuck what happens after this. I said, just be present, bro, and go be your best. Like, that's all that matters. All that matters is this drive, and go out there and be yourself. And that's really what I was telling him. And, being a leader, like, in that position, like I talked about, it's not about just talking to the defense and getting the guys going and, all right, fuck it. It's like, I want to be able to, make an impact. It's, especially on a young guy, but make an impact on, both sides of the ball and just get everybody rolling. So, like I said, Aiden is a fucking dog, and we all, have a ton of love for him, and, we want him to be, the player we know he can be. And he's definitely going in that direction. So, yeah, that was my message. Just be present, go out there and fucking go win the game. So, we fell a little bit short, but he made some big throws on that drive as well. So, like you said, we got to bounce back. It's a fucking learning curve. We're going to keep growing, and got to get another one versus KC, before the bye week. It's the biggest game of the year. So we got to go get a win.
For sure. He went out there and set his dog balls right on the table, especially on the last drive. So that was good. And also Hunter Renfrow, he was out here performing today too. Some big plays down the stretch for Hunter. God, I call him the tax slayer, because he is just fooling everyone. He's a CPA, just routing people up. I love it. But for you, Max, to the defensive side of the ball, is this the best defensive unit the Raiders have had since you've been in the league? Like, for you personally, is this the best unit that you guys have had? Or where does it rank, if not?
Yeah, I would say that, for sure right now. Like I said, I say it all the time, but job's not finished. We still got 6 games left. We're still putting together, what we plan on doing. We have a lot of goals and aspirations as a defense, and there's no doubt about it. This is the best. As far as like collective group, and just going out there confidently. Like, we go on the field, the fucking ball's down at the 10-yard line. There's a turnover. Like, there's no blinking. There's no panic. everybody's like, it's going to fucking stop. We're not letting him in the fucking end zone. Like, regardless of what the situation is. And we just kept going back and doing it again and again. And, you know, we go out there. It's kind of been the theme of the year, like coming out in the second half and shutting people down. And I feel like we did a good job. Like, we held them to 6 points in the second half. You go back to the Chargers game, we held them to, like, I think 3 in the second half. There's just the Jets, you know, it goes on and on. Like, there's a lot of examples of it. So our standard, we're setting that every single day, but we know we could be even better. So when you have a unit like that that's on the same page and communicates at a high level, like, the sky's the limit. So, yeah, we're definitely going the right direction.
The Kobe not finished. Did you see Myles Garrett today rocking the hat, say Kobe 2024, job's not finished hat after the game?
He stole my swag.
He did. The first thing I thought of, too, was you when I saw it. But
that's hilarious.
You'll have to see it.
Yeah, that's dope. Kobe, you already know. Kobe's the fucking arguably the GOAT.
Great phrase. I'll give him that. Great phrase. Definitely something that we carry on here at the Rush very strongly, and apparently someone else in the AFC carries on strongly. That's also a question for you, Max. The AFC West, you guys are sitting at third. Broncos have now won over the Vikings tonight. But the AFC in general, do you think that's the best division in football? Is it better than the NFC? And if so, which AFC? Is it the AFC North or is it the AFC West? Which one is better in your opinion? Just curious.
I think it's just on opinion, to be honest. Like, if you go to the AFC North, you know, it's hard-nosed defensive football. You got the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, like all top 5 defenses. When you're talking about AFC West, you're talking about top offenses, Chiefs,
NBA West.
Yeah, literally. Herbert, Russell Wilson. So, like, yeah, you know, they're polar opposites, I feel like. Yep. But yeah, bro, like you said, like, everybody's in the mix right now. We got 6 weeks left. Anything can happen. It's a week-to-week basis. So we just got to keep going, bro. We got to get this win and then go in the bye week, get our minds and bodies right, and, you know, let's see what happens. It's about to get real.
Absolutely. So let's look into next week. Staying inside, divisional opponent, the Chiefs. Swifties are in full attendance. Obviously, the parents are meeting. I'll probably be standing next to Taylor next week. I heard they want to hang out during the game and be on the Rush. So we'll be there. Yeah. Darian, doesn't mean I can side with their political side or anything like that. But
you're going to have your bracelet on and everything.
Yes.
But we'll be there. Max, what can the defense take from the game today and carry on for another high-powered offense with the Chiefs? A lot of talent on that side of the ball. What are you guys carrying over?
Yeah, you know, anytime you play Mahomes, you know, you're playing the best. So
I'm here.
For us, yeah, exactly. But, yeah, you know, for us, it's another challenge. We love it. You know, for me personally, I want to play all the best teams. I want to play all the best players and go out there and see how I stack up. So I love it. I take it as a challenge. I cannot wait. And I know the guys are excited. We're already talking about KC. You know, it is the 24-hour rule, but at the end of the day, shit, we got to get locked in, go get a win. This game's in the past, but we took a lot from it. I feel like our confidence is just continuing to grow. So, yeah, we're excited, bro. We can't wait. Back in the crib, Allegiant Stadium is about to be a fucking movie in there.
100%. We need them dogs barking. We need them dogs barking like they were on the defense side of the ball today and next week. And in order to bark like a dog, you need to stay hydrated. Stay hydrated with Zen water, please. Yes. All of you. Don't forget to do that. Max is actually putting Zen water in his Gatorade bottle on the sideline. So that's his Max Crosby hidden secret juice, similar to Michael Jordan. But
Mike Jones.
Michael Jones?
Yeah. Who?
Mike Jones. But let's get to the dog of the day. If they're barking, let's have them bark.
What?
Dog of the day.
Dog of the day.
Isaiah Polo Mao.
Great pronunciation.
That is 100% possibly incorrect or correct, but big Isaiah, young bull. Darren, you can't fuck me up like that.
I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm not great with Hawaiian names.
Dude, I was expecting it to be Polo
Mount.
Hey, you know what though? Hey, you know what? His name's going to be starting to be remembered. He keeps making plays like that.
No facts. We're gonna start calling him Polo G.
Polo G.
That might be his new nickname.
Yes.
Come on now. Polo G. Isaiah. Dog of the day. I mean, it's a given. You know, this dude, unfortunately, Marcus Epps, my fucking brother, great leader, great player. He went down. He had a little shoulder issue. Isaiah steps in, and the theme of the fucking day is don't blink. Theme of the last 2 months, don't blink. And Isaiah comes in, has 7 tackles, a pick, fucking steps up and makes huge plays right out the gate. So Isaiah was coming downhill. He was talking his shit. And I love seeing it. You know, Isaiah's one of the hardest workers in the building. I'll stand on that. I'm not just saying that. When it comes to doing extra work, he's one of those guys I notice every single time. So I'm not surprised whatsoever, but I'm super excited for him. You know, he's a long, rangy, safety, and he can do a lot of things. So, he stepped in, and he's, for me, is a no-brainer dog of the day. First play of the second half, comes out, gets a fucking big interception. So big shout out to him. Isaiah, Polo G.
Polo G.
Mount. Yeah, he is the dog of the day without a question.
Man, how hard is it for someone to come off the sidelines cold, though, not game planning, and come in and make an impact the way that Isaiah did today? Like, how do you stay prepped, and how do you just wait for your moment, so to speak, for that?
Well, I think it really comes down to your preparation. And like I said, Isaiah's one of the hardest working dudes. So regardless of what's going on, he's a special teamer. So it's not like he's just standing around the whole time. He's a great special teamer as well. So I know he wants to play. He's excited to play every time he's out there. He's always got that, that little swag to him, that Cali swag. And he definitely showed up and showed out. So like I said, it's a no-brainer. Dog of the day, Isaiah.
Isaiah, dog of the day. Message to you kids: you can get on the playing field through special teams. So anywhere you're valuable, fucking plug it in and place, baby. The standard's the standard, right, Creel? Right. Don't blink. The boys are cutting their eyelids off. Word straight from Mike Tomlin. He said they're not even blinking; they're cutting their eyelids off.
Not today, face asses.
No, not today. DT the bragging rights.
I forgot about that. Shit.
Matt,
can't forget about that.
Matt, tell him there's 6 weeks left. There's plenty of time for Browns. We split.
Wait, did the Browns beat them both times?
No,
they lost earlier.
Oh, they split it. So yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that game.
Should have been 2-0.
Hey, one thing that the fans have been sitting at the edge of their seat about and waiting patiently, which we applaud you for doing, you have better patience than we do, is signed jerseys. So 2 game-worn, or even not game-worn, but they will be signed with the great pendulum of Maxx Crosby, his Herbie Hancock, all over that thing for you guys. So we have that here. We're going to announce those 2 winners right now. So thank you for waiting, and get juiced up, because the boys are fucking geeked for it, okay?
Nice.
Let's go. Stop fucking playing. All right, y'all. So like our boy Brogan said, we're going to be doing our 10K subscriber giveaway, signed jersey. And we didn't just do 2. We had to do 3, because you guys were fucking incredible in the comments. You showed love. You subscribed. You commented, liked. You're doing all the things we're asking, and we can't tell you how much we appreciate it. So, number 1, we're going with Grumpy Old Vet. I mean, this guy, he's a legend. So, big shout out to you, brother. We appreciate you.
Grump.
Showing love. Grumpy Old Vet. I mean, we got a ton of love for you. We appreciate you. So, we're going to get you dialed in. And then number 2, we got Bobby Sampson.
Let's go, Bob! Let's show up!
Bobby Sams, number
Country
2.
Club.
Country Club. Exactly. Stop playing.
Let's go.
And this one right here, I mean, obviously our first 2 are incredible, but number 3, he's our bonus. I mean, this guy, he's already been mentioned on the show. He's come from the Wounded Warrior Project. You know, we got love for our veterans. Yep. This man's a legend. Combat Infantry. Salute. We appreciate you, brother. We're getting you fucking dialed in, signed jersey, locked and loaded.
Fuck yeah.
So we appreciate
Great guys.
Great guys.
Thank you, guys.
That's the big 3 right there. We appreciate you guys.
Massive.
And if you guys can, as soon as you get the jerseys, take a picture, tag the Rush, tag Max. We'd love to get it out and about. We appreciate you guys. Like Max said, wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for being on the journey.
Amen.
What a big moment for him, huh?
All right. 50,000 subscribers is the next milestone. All right. and we're putting them on a time crunch. We got to hit that before the end of the season if you want to reap these rewards. Okay.
Yeah.
So with this, it's 2 tickets to a game. You're going to get signed game cleats from the one and only, and a quick meet and greet. And we'll figure out the logistics depending on, before or after, but you're going to be able to meet Maxx here in person. And yeah, so we're going to be picking one individual once we hit that 50,000 subscriber mark. And you and a +1 will be able to come out and enjoy a Raiders game.
God, what a hell of a date, right?
Yeah.
Get that and take your significant other for a +1, baby.
Yeah,
It's going to be legendary. And big
That's gonna
shout out
be
to the
big.
whole fan base. We talked about 10K. We're already at 15K subscribers. So you guys are killing it. Let's fucking make this shit happen. We
Only
appreciate
8
that.
episodes in, 100%, man. You're hitting on it. So,
Cooking.
speaking of big moments, let's speak of big fucking sacks, Hunty. Show us your big sack.
Show me your big sack. Big sack. Big sacks.
Show us your big sack, baby, please.
Fantastic play. We needed it. The team, we were pissed. The Condor Cartel, if we're going to call them it, we're going to fucking own it at this point. All right, the cartel was pissed last week about the intentional grounding. This week, you got us back in whole, okay? We're sitting there. It was, let me see here. We had 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Dolphins, 2nd and 9. You come through with the big sack. Okay.
Big sack.
Big sack.
Talk me through how this happened, and also, how important that is and how difficult it is to get a sack on a quarterback like Tua and an offense like McDaniel. They're quick passes. They get the ball out quickly. How pivotal and hard that was to get. Talk to us about that. Wow.
Yeah. Like you said, big moment. They're down there in our red zone. We got to make a big play. So got to give a big shout out again. Adam Butler, the man is always showing up, showing out. Big John Jenkins helping me, with the pressure up in the middle. DBs making them hold the ball a little bit more. I get a little call from Marcus Peters. He's like, watch the crack. They built a little UI action over there, so I'm alerting the crack toss. And my feet, I think it's my 3rd sack that I've had in a 2-point, which is rare because I had none in the years past. So I'm alert to crack. I get off a little bit late, getting ready for the run. I take off and I go with power, and I hit him with a little long arm, and he kind of flew back. And I felt Adam and John Jenkins push in the pocket, so I just looped around to clean them up. And Tua's stumbling. Jank knocked his guard into the quarterback, and he was kind of stumbling, so I came running in and cleaned it up. So, yeah, it was a big play for us, but we talk about 4 = 1. 4D lineman = 1. We're a unit. We're all on the same page. If we do that consistently, we're going to win, win consistently. So, yeah, that was it. It was just a 4 = 1 type of rush, finding a way to get home and just, feeling, when you rush together enough, we've been doing this as OTAs, we're doing it all season. You just have an understanding of where people are going to be, how certain guys rush, where the quarterback likes to step up. And, you got to give big credit to everybody up front. It was a collective group sack. So it was the big sack, and it was a big play in the game.
Big.
Damn right.
Oh, yeah.
10.5 sacks on the season so far, man. You're cooking. Keep it up, bro. It's double digi, hunting for that top spot. I know you're not into all of that. I know you're focused on the wins and the loss column, but what is the most sacks you've had in a season so far, Max? I feel like I should know that, but
yeah, most was last year. I had 12.5. So yeah, we got a lot of room, to improve and go. So one at a time. That's it. That's right. 1% every day.
I think the tackles are more impressive. The graphic they threw up on Pat McAfee, the way, dude, you're like 20. You have linebacker type tackles.
Yeah.
Even AJ Hawk was like, what the? You can see AJ Hawk just go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm in the 60s now. And a lot of my tackles come from just there's obviously in the run game, you get a tackle, credit a tackle on a sack, things like that. But a lot of them come from just fucking being relentless and running to the ball. There was a couple today where I ran fucking 60 yards. It fucking crashed.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about
Can we talk about how you sent the guy still.
Chin.
Yeah.
Did he wake
honestly,
up? Do we have an update? Has he woken up yet?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He walked out the field slowly, but it was, I had no idea what actually happened, and you could see, like, I don't know if you can see in the light, my fucking hand is all red. But yeah, I seen the replay. I had no idea what happened in the time, when it actually happened. I just seen the ball roll out. I thought it was a fumble, and I ran straight to the sideline. So I didn't know what happened. I look at my phone after the game, like, bro, you fucking knocked the dude out. I'm like, what? And they show it in slow motion. I was just trying to punch the ball out, trying to get a turnover, and it just caught him right under the chin, and it was crazy ass play.
I was blowing up the group chat.
Yeah, it was a crazy ass play, but hopefully, he's all good. But yeah, it's just football. It's like I talk about, it's about being relentless and finding a way. So unfortunately, he was down, but fortunately, he got up and walked off the field, and he doesn't have any issues like that. So yeah, just sometimes it just fucking happens in the heat of battle. Shit happens, and you just got to keep rolling with the punches.
Literally.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, literally. Roll the punches.
It was crazy. Yeah, so quick update on the foundation, the Maxx Crosby Foundation. I just want to say, not only a Rushman, everybody that follows the show, but everybody involved, fans of myself. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you guys showing love and support. In the first week, we've raised over $30,000, which is awesome. Just off pure donations and, getting you guys the t-shirts. And also an update on that. There was there was a little confusion. My cousin's texting me freaking out. He's like, bro, what size is my t-shirt? It didn't give me an option. They will be sending you an email in the next few days, and they'll get all your information. You send over what size, so you guys are going to have the right t-shirts, so you don't have to worry about that.
I'm glad you hit on that.
But most importantly, we just want to give a big shout out to everybody supporting, showing love, giving the foundation your hard-earned money for a great cause. And also, I want to give a special shout out to Michael Rubin, good friend of mine, legend. I mean, you don't even have to say anymore. The man is an absolute legend. We got a great relationship, and can't thank him enough. He made a very big donation, and that's not including, that's on top of the $30,000 we already raised. So, big Michael Rubin fan. The guy has been incredible to me. We met this offseason. We've been just building our relationship, and I can't, what he did is incredible. So him showing love and support for, a greater cause is, that's what you want your friends for. Your friends to support you. You support your friends. And a guy like that, with his stature, going out of his way to, help my foundation is incredible. So got to give a big shout out to Michael Rubin on top of all the beautiful, incredible fans we have already. So thank you guys.
Thank you, everybody. That's amazing.
Yeah, unreal. Great cause, great foundation. Huge shout out to Michael Rubin. Huge shout out to all the Rubicon family for that matter. And since he's such a giving man, we can't wait for our extended invite to the next all-white party. I know they'll be dying to have the Rush family in there. So, we'll be there. Us and Odell and Devin Booker and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be shooting step backs.
Yes.
Fuck
then we can actually have that heated debate with them on who's the best basketball player of all time. But that's neither here or there. So we'll get to that at some point. Max, really quick, before we wrap everything else up, want to look ahead. Big week against the Chiefs. There's always fireworks when you guys are playing. I know you and Mahomes have a lot of respect for each other. Everyone saw on the Netflix series Quarterback, you guys chirping. They love playing that back every single time, I feel like now. But there's just so much competition. You look back at all the greats. Aaron Rodgers got into it with Ndamukong Suh. I don't know if there's a lot of respect there, but just a full-on battle. What can you expect this week going into it? And how big of a game is this for you guys in Las Vegas?
Yeah, it doesn't get any bigger. For us, backs against the wall. We're 5-6 now. We got to get back to 500 before we go to the bye week. So we know what the Chiefs bring. They're two-time Super Bowl champions with Mahomes at quarterback. So they're the best of the best. And for us, get back home. It's going to be an incredible environment. I know it's going to be fucking rocking in the Allegiant, and you can't make it any better. For me, like I said earlier, I want to play against the best. I want to play in the biggest games, biggest moments, and this is just another one. So I'm super fired up. Got to get a win, and I know the guys are fired up as well. So it's gonna be a war for sure.
I'm interested. I can't wait. Can't wait to be there. Can't wait to hear how loud it's going to be. Raider Nation, Condor Cartel, everyone in full attendance. So once again, if you got your signs there, come say what's up. We'll be in attendance. But we love the support and can't wait to hear how loud it gets for them boys. So going to be a big, big week. Lock back in, 24-hour rule. I know Maxx is ready. The boys will be ready to cook. Get the defense cooking all over again. And another thing that should be cooking is that mailbox, Darian. We got some mail from our Condor Cartel.
They're firing. They are firing.
They're firing. Let's go.
All right. I got 4 questions for us today. We're going to start it off with Jay Seasons 23.
Jay Seasons.
Are you going to come
Jordan,
out?
Go.
LeBron. Look out.
LeBron went off tonight, by the way. He went off tonight.
What did he do? Talk to him.
He was just chitter-chatting, with his son in attendance saying, sit down, Bronny, let me give you a few pointers. Here's a free tutorial for you. Front row.
Hey, honestly, I don't know what Dylan Brooks is doing, trying to
piss him off,
bark up that tree. It's just not right.
Never works, never has, never will.
Yeah, never.
Stay on the porch with the puppies. This is where the big dogs are at.
Anyway, back to our
Jay Seasons 2-3. Are you going to come out with any personal merch?
Ooh,
great question.
I mean, shit, we've been talking about it.
We have.
I mean, we could just do a fucking breaking news right now, but. Big merch on the way.
Big merch.
Oh, big merch. Big merch announcement.
My brother, one of my best friends, childhood friend, Nick Felix, the man behind the madness. He's done a lot of great merch for his own company and his own brand, and we're whipping up some special shit right now. So we got some stuff coming ASAP in the next couple weeks. We're gonna be doing a huge drop. For future reference, we're going to be doing, including merch drops, with, amount of subscribers we get at 50K, we might throw you a t-shirt and some shorts on top of it, but we want to do this shit 100% our way. And for me, it's not just dropping a t-shirt with the logo on it. For me, I want it to be 100% my type of, style and flavor. So we got some dope shit coming. It's not just shirts. We got shorts, jumpsuits, all type of shit. So we want to get the fans, what you guys want. And it's gonna be fire. So we're fired up about it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's go next one. It's from It's Your Favorite Aaron. Why number 98?
Why number 98? So
Good
I was
question.
number 92. I was number 92 in college. I wanted to rock the 92 when I got to the Raiders, but I was a 4th-round pick. In the John Gruden era, the rookies, you don't get to pick your number. They're a little bit more spoiled nowadays. So
you didn't have to set a price point for that jersey?
Hell no. Absolutely not. This is your jersey number and you're taking it. So I see 98 and I was like, who else is 98 in the league? Who else is 98 all-time grades? There's not many out there. So for me, when I got 98, I was like, this is going to be my shit. I'm going to make this, special and legendary. So when I got 98, I embraced it. I love that number. It's exactly who I am. And I fucking love 98. So that's how it happened. It was given to me. I don't know if it was the equipment guys that were like, 98 might look right on this super skinny white dude with no beard at the time. But they made it right. And I love 98. So that's how I got it.
You grew into it.
Yeah. We
Making it your own number.
100%.
All right, third question from Troy Maldos. Besides football, what are some of your sober activities that you enjoy?
Sober activities, okay. You guys know me. I'm a creature of habit. So when I'm not, obviously my routine is number one. First off, I do it every single day, all year round. You know that. When I have a little leisure time, I like smoking my cigars. Big cigar guy. I got my own, humidor in this room actually. So big into cigars. I like going to 8 Lounge. Big shout to Giuseppe, my guy, the owner over there. Me and Mark Davis, Marshawn Lynch. We smoke some stogies in the off season, chop it up. I like smoking cigars.
Also hosted at your wedding, right? They had a little spot.
Yes, we had a full setup, and that's another one. 8 Lounge. You brought the girls out.
Yep.
They're chopping up cigars for us, and I think I had a fucking cigar lit from start to finish the whole entire time.
Man. So
I
did
didn't have a
Darian.
voice. No voice.
I couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. But it was the wedding, so we had to do it 100% right.
I'm with
Yeah, Darian had, I think, 2 in his hand at one point.
Yeah,
If
he was
I'm not
double
mistaken.
fisting.
He was double fisting, and yeah, it was just legendary. So I love smoking cigars. I love playing 2K and Madden. Those are like my 2 go-to games. Like I love competing naturally. So no matter what it is, like I like going. I'll go online. Like if my buddies are online or whatever, I'll go and play 2K and just play somebody online and just fucking give them the business. And then Madden, it's the same thing. I'm out there scheming. I'm on my offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator type shit. Yeah. So I like playing some video games as well. But besides that, honestly,
UFC fights.
Going to fights. That's another one. I go to a ton of UFC fights, and especially in the off season, I literally try to go to every one I can.
Yeah.
I traveled with Dana a few times this off season. Went to Boston, London, and Miami. Speaking of Miami, went to Miami as well. So I like traveling with those guys. Dana, another great friend of mine.
You got to meet Donald
legend.
Trump in Miami. Speaking of which,
yes, I got to meet him a couple times. Through Dana, which was insane. And for me, I like just doing things that I love. I love competing, so I play some video games. If I'm not competing actually on the field, I like competing online on the game. Or like going to UFC fights because I love fighting. I box. I do some MMA. I love watching competition and things like that. So there's about 3 right there that I'll give you. And I just keep it simple and keep it rolling.
Real quick, Max, you hang with Dana, which we've known about for a while, but you guys have built a really good relationship. I know you call him Uncle Dana. Being around successful people like that, is that something you do like intently? Like, do you try to surround yourself with people that are successful, who build their own brands? Do you try to do that like strategically? Obviously, the relationship and what you guys have formed is organic and natural, but just seeing the way he operates and just continues winning in life in general, is that important to you?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think everyone knows this quote, but it's like you become who your friends are. And for me, obviously, y'all, my fucking brothers, killing shit, working your ass off. Like that's the type of people I like surrounding myself with. But yeah, Dana, we just organically started a relationship. I love the UFC. I would go to all the fights, and we just ran into each other a couple times. And I never asked him for anything. Like I would come to the fights, get tickets, do my thing. And I just let it happen organically. And then over the years, we became cooler and cooler. He invited me to the Super Bowl party at his house. I got to meet all his people and his family. And then he comes up to me as me and Rachel and Ella are leaving. And he's like, come on this trip with me. I'm going to Boston for the week. Going to Southie. We're going to go to this boxing gym. I got King Callum Walsh. Big shout out to him. Great up and coming boxer. He's working with him as well. And supporting his career, get him on UFC Fight Pass. But yeah, like just being a part of that and going on trips like that with him. We go to Boston, then we go straight from Boston, fly to London. We go like shit like that is like unbelievable. It's like shit I dreamed of, but it just happened organically. So like honestly, my advice to everybody is just like, my biggest thing that I live by is like I never want to owe anybody anything. Like for me, I want relationships to happen naturally. I don't ever want to be like, all right, I'm gonna try to be cool with Dana so I can get in with these guys. Like that was never my plan. I just wanted, I wanted to meet him, and that was it. And we became cool and did our thing. Same thing with Ruben. Ruben's the same shit. Like I just want to meet Ruben. You see him with a bunch of successful people. He's doing great things. He's in the in the sports business, and we just became cool. And now we're doing some things together. Big announcement coming, but we're not gonna announce that yet. But yeah, we're doing a lot of cool shit together. And for me, and just being around people like that, super successful, self-made type of people. I like having those people around me at all times because that's where I want to go. I told Dana that on our trips. Like he's just dishing out hundreds to everybody and doing all this cool shit. And I told him, I'm like, listen, Dana, like I'm not here to just like be a part of the posse and be cool. Like I want to do what you do when I'm 50. Like I want to be able to take a PJ and go and do these things with my family and do all this. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all right, bet. So for me, it's like almost like I was job shadowing in a way. And guys like that motivate me. I want to be as successful as I possibly can and maximize, not just my football career, but my off the field, adventures as well.
Job shadowing. That's a good way to put it. And it's organic. Like I said, you guys actually have a friendship. I'll remember it to this day, obviously, but when I was blessed enough to go alongside with you, we got to go see the Ultimate Fighter, meet McGregor. But I remember this day when we rolled into the fight, Dana looked at you and we rolled in your Wraith, the Rolls Royce, and he said, "Let me see what that $100 million contract got you. Show me that car. Show me that car." And we walked around the whole building, like trying to show Dana the ride, and just like him being curious and involved in your life and the cool things that you get to splurge on yourself. He wanted to see and just obviously see you smile and be happy about something that you were able to achieve. So that relationship goes a long way, and just something I remember, just something small and funny. But man, shout out to Uncle Dana. He'll be on the pod here shortly. Don't you guys wait.
Yeah, no question. He's going to be on here ASAP. But yeah, he's just genuine, bro. That's the one thing I can say. He's genuine. He cares about his circle. He doesn't care about what everybody says about him, all this shit. He just lives 100% true into himself, and that's something I can learn from him that I've taken away from him, is that he just like, fuck what everybody has to say. Majority of the time, people are going to want to bring you down, especially the more success you have. And a guy like him, he's like, listen, just stay true to you. The only person that matters at the end of the day is like yourself. If you're happy and you know you're doing good things and great things, like all the negative shit is whatever. Like that's always going to come and go and whatever. But if you are true to yourself and happy with yourself when you go to bed and you got great people around you, like you're going to live a great life. So that's definitely, some things I've taken from him. I got so much love for him.
Hell yeah. It's powerful shit right there, D.
I love that. He had that a viral post that was going around because he was on with Theo Vaughn. But the shit he was talking his shit, and I was like, I'm sitting there bobbing my head like, fuck yeah. Somebody
Pelotons out.
In my ear.
Like me.
I swear he was. But no, I mean, you don't hear that anymore. But someone that stands on their morals and they're not going to bend for anybody. Yeah, you are who you are when the camera's on and when it's off, and that says a lot about a man. So 100%. I respect that.
Amen. Greatest commissioner in all of sports, if that's even what you call Dana. But
yeah, I mean he's the greatest fight promoter, the Don. I mean he's
the Don
Soprano.
Yes.
So that's actually segues us into our last question. Who will be? Raider Production asked us who will be the first special guest on the show.
I mean, another breaking news. It's going to be Uncle Dana. No doubt about it. We've already talked about it. I've mentioned it to him. He's like, fucking absolutely. So we'll get the studio set up at the crib. We'll get the whole gang out. Yes. And we'll fucking have Uncle D in the house. And definitely looking forward to it. We're going to talk about a lot of shit. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah. Love that. And I think that'll be a little segue for later on down the road, a few episodes. We can talk about what the evolution of all of this is, right?
No doubt. No doubt.
But I think these were, 4 fantastic fucking questions from our Rush mail today. So appreciate you guys for sending this out. Thank you. Give them all a round of applause.
Let's go, guys.
Good question.
Great question.
Condor Cartel. Thank you.
Come.
Condor Cartel, boys. Dangerous.
That's a tongue twister. All right, y'all. Selfishly, this is my favorite fucking segment of the show. Yes. We got our 3 Rushmen of the week. It's about to go down. Okay, Brogan. Yes. We're about to do the Rushmen of the week. So big shout out to these 3 guys. We got 3 special players, balling, playing at an elite level. We're gonna start with number 3. We got Jonathan Allen, vet, 7 years. Dude is a fucking menace. Absolute monster against the run, the pass. He's been one of the most consistent interior rushers in the league since he's came in. Today, 4 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 TFLs, 2 quarterback hits. Comes with no surprise. The dude is active. He's always all around the ball. He's just one of those guys that, like I said, it's not just about pass rushing. He can dominate in the run. He can dominate in the pass. He causes turnovers. He causes issues for offenses regardless of where he lines up. So, Jonathan Allen, big salute to you. Got a ton of respect for what you've done in your career so far. One of the best, interior guys in the league. So, big shout out to you, Jonathan Allen. Number 2, this man has been balling this year. I think he's close to double digits now. He might be double digits, maybe, or I don't know. We got to do the fact checking. Creel, Darian. But Leonard Floyd, we're gonna go with Leonard Floyd. This dude has been balling this year, like I said. 4 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 2 TFLs, 3 quarterback hits today. He's been balling all year. He's extremely athletic. He's a long, rangy, athletic defensive end, and he's one of the better guys in the league right now. there's no doubt about it. The stats don't lie. The film doesn't lie. He's been consistent getting after the quarterback since week 1. So, yeah, Leonard Floyd, he's been in the league. I think he might be year 7 as well. He might be year 7.
Drafted in 2016, and he has 9.5 sacks.
Yeah, 9.5 sacks. So there you go.
On the year?
Yeah, 9.5 on the year.
Damn.
He's been stepping up. I think he was one of the most underrated signings this offseason. Obviously, Vaughn had to, miss the first few weeks.
Yeah.
He's stepped up in that role, and he's just been thriving. He's on one of the better defenses, but, that dude just continuously keeps showing up. And there's no doubt about it that, he's only getting better as, time goes on. So big shout out to Leonard Floyd. That's number 2. But number 1, we just played him 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Friend of mine, I got, sent some jerseys over to him in New York. He's been getting better and better. We got to go with Kayvon Thibodeau, number 1. Today, again, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs, 3 QB hits, a pass deflection. You just see him continuously getting better and better. And a guy like him, I think he's got double digits now. In his second year, he's continuously improving on a weekly basis. So a guy like that, he's obviously got all the talent. He's top 5 pick. I believe he's top 5 pick.
Yep.
He's number 5.
He was number 5. He wears number 5. And you see what he's doing. He's just balling. And, they're obviously struggling right now, which makes it even harder, because you're not, their offense, they got a third-string quarterback playing right now, so you don't have as many opportunities, but he's still finding a way. So my hat's off to Kayvon Thibodeau. We talk here and there. We played in a celebrity little basketball game in Vegas. He's a hell of a player, and he's only getting better. So our number 1 Rushman of the day, Kayvon Thibodeau. Big shout-out to you, brother.
There you go. Way to hold it down for the Rushman.
Big shout-out to the Rushman.
That's a good
Big
list.
shout-out.
Yeah,
Good
that's solid.
list.
All right, y'all. We appreciate you. This is episode 8 of The Rush with Maxx Crosby, my co-host, my brother, Brogan Roback, Darian Terrell, Dustin Creel, Slime on the production, Nick in the background with his gang. We got a lot of great shit going on, and we just want to say thank you to the fans. Like I said before, we're at 15,000 subscribers now. We're continuously going up. The comments, the likes, everything. Y'all are doing amazing, and you're showing so much love and support. We just want to say we appreciate you. We're going to keep this shit rolling. We're going to continue pumping out content, continuing improving. We love you guys. The Condor Cartel, or is that what we're calling them?
Condo Cartel.
I think we're rolling with it. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. Obviously, everybody involved. We love you guys. Without y'all, it'll be impossible. This is episode 8 of The Rush, and we're out of this motherfucker.
Peace.
Peace.